Hello, this is part 3 of the pastels workshop. So it's been sprayed and hopefully, it definitely is dry. So I'm now going to carry on adding some more details. So just going to try and bring it a bit more to life. You can see straight away you can get that kind of grip. The colour will work on it again because it's been fixed, which is great. That's what we want. So it's quite exciting when you can add some new bright colours on top. Definitely. That's sort of making me feel happy already. Those of you who know me know I love colour, so anything where it means I can add some more, it's got to be a good thing. Right, okay, I don't think I want to do anything else to the actual boathouse itself. I need to work on the rest of it. So here we go. So the light's coming in from this way, so the right hand side of the trees is going to be lighter than the left, if that makes sense. This is quite I think it's maybe an ash or something. It's quite light coloured. Certainly catching the light quite well. And then there's a bit of darkness behind. Trouble with pastels is it's really easy to smudge what you've already done with your hand as you work on the next bit. So I'm trying to sort of work in the middle. I probably should have started on the left hand side, but maybe I'll use my left hand because luckily I can actually draw with both hands, which is quite handy. That wasn't meant to be a pal, and I've just realised that was really corny saying that. But there you go. Right. Okay, so I want to bring out a little bit more of some of the branches have kind of caught the light as they come out over the water. So see if we can just catch them a little bit more. It's funny, sometimes the feeling of the chalk on my hands really kind of irritates me. I don't know if anyone knows what I mean by that. It's just like when you pick up and you catch it just on your fingernail, it's just like, ugh. Anyway, never mind. I'm not going to get stressed out. There we are. That's good. I want a bit more darkness behind. That's that bit done. Now I'm going to work on this bit here. So here I'm going to try and carefully hold the paper down. It's a different tree and the leaves are a different sort of shape. It's kind of more long lines. A bit of this colour, I think. A bit of darkness. Maybe I will use my right hand. Just got a little bit more control over it, but just keep my hand up so it doesn't smudge. And I want a bit more of again, I can see some of these sort of lighter stems, lighter branches. bring these out a bit more as well. Again, while I'm about it, let's add these in. Really want to get sort of contrast between the lights and the darks, and the way that the light, the sunlight, is catching. So I'm going to add a little bit of yellow over here. Need a bit more green. Slightly darker green, and let's have this one here. Right, I'm just going to knock some of that off. Good, that's starting to take shape now. So now I need this bit of green coming out here. So again, I might need some more. A different colour. Let's use this one. And then a lighter brown. And then that's better. So I'm not being very communicative. I do apologise. I just sort of feel like I'm kind of in the zone. So maybe I'll just shut up and get on with it. And I'll just talk when I have something interesting to say, which probably isn't very often. A bit more yellow there. There's probably some buttercups growing along there actually. And a bit more green here. Good. Now, what's going on here is we've got a little bit of plant, foliagey stuff. And then there's also, we've got a bit of reflection, so I've got to work out how to do that. So I think I want very pale grey, just to give a bit of lightness, just little patches of it. Rub it in a bit, hopefully you can see what I'm doing. I think you can. And then I want a bit of the pale green on top, and then even a little bit of white. But it's not a blue, it's not blue water at all. It's quite murky, greeny, and sort of even darker over here. A bit darker in over there, that's it. And we've got these little streaks of reflection in it, just there. That's it. And another green, here we are. Do a few little flecks of that green in the water. Okay, and then I want a little bit more sort of greeny yellow here. That's it. Okay, that's sort of starting to work. Now I need to work a bit more over on this side. So up here, trees are not quite so intense green, more sort of yellow and dark, so let's get some dark on. It's really quite dark down here, so I'm going to use some brown, more brown. And it's sort of lots of undergrowth. That's water there. I'll try this sort of bluey grey. Oh yes, that's quite nice. Sort of merge in a bit. And then we want to get some of those little reflections, so little flickers of colour. There's a bit more foliagey stuff here. Don't think I can do much more on that at the moment. So I need to work a bit more up here again. So a slightly lighter foliage. You can see more of the sky here. Not so dense. Some of that brown is a bit too brown, so I'm going to go over it a little bit to make the shadows a bit. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to add some purple to the shadows. I think that will really, yes. Why didn't I do that before? Let's add a little bit of purple. Just a few little. It's amazing how just a little bit can make a big difference. And then what I want is, what's the darkest blue? That might be it. Let's try that. I'll just, that's it. That's good. Right, now let's add a bit more green on top. So we're just kind of layering up gradually, just to kind of build up the texture. I want a light brown for some of these branches. That's it, just a little touch over here. Get a little bit more dark here as well. Good. Now we want a little bit more darkness in the water. So there's quite a lot of let's knock that off, and we've got a bit more, some really bright green and then reflected. Right, there's not a lot more to do. I've got some cow parsley to do at the front, so I'm hoping I'll be able to do it now, otherwise I'll have to sort of dry it, spray it and then do it. So I think it's going to work, which is good. Now, need the white. My white is rapidly. I'm thinking I'll put some white on now, then I will spray it, and then when it's dry, I'll add some white on top. You remember how I did the white there, and it really showed up afterwards? That's kind of what we want, isn't it? So, this is part 3, and you'll just have to wait for me to finish off part 4. Yeah, I can't get enough white now, can I? Can you see that? Right, so I'm going to spray that, let it dry, and then I'll be able to finish it off. So I'll be back soon.